Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new War Dragons video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my base layout and also the runes. I was asked by a couple subscribers in the comment section, and then also I got some couples ask in my chat called War Dragon Guides, and I'm going to be going over basically a general idea of what my base is. I would say I have a pretty good base. To be honest, it's pretty good with defending most dragon types and most dragons at my level. So if you guys want, and I think it's pretty good against other levels as well, against Amrock. You'll notice that a lot of elements of it is against Amrock, as you guys can see in my Amrock video. By the way, guys, if you guys have not checked out my Hunter's Guide or my most effective base against Nightshade, definitely check those out. Those are not outdated at all. Still very relevant, and I would definitely suggest checking them out if you guys have not. Either way, getting into this video. So you'll notice that I have an ice totem. This is because most levels, obviously, Amrock, but right now it's Shechem, Tyrande, and then also Odin's Assassin for me, or as you guys know, Scar. So I think that's just overall the best choice for a totem. Or you could go for Earth for Rysar, or Wind for Nightshade, just depending on who you get attacked by the most. Then, of course, I have a standard sheep farm, lumber mills, that type of thing, on the very back of my base. Then, of course, I have... Well, let me rephrase this. These two islands, my first two islands, are basically, if they get past these islands right here, it's basically when I get screwed. Because these are not as high level at all. These are just here to do some final damage, and that's actually about it. So I would suggest for you guys make the mistake I did in building out a little bit too far, just keep it to one base and move, and keep these, but just remove this island completely. Remove this island completely. It's just not worth it at all. So let me go and show you my runes real quick. And this Epic Lightning Frenzy, and the Epic Arcane. The Arcane is still relevant, but the modifier, so just letting you guys know, I try to keep my modifiers relevant at all times. So that means that both modifiers are satisfied by what towers I have on my base. So this Epic Lightning Frenzy was before I changed my base up, and I actually did some modifications to it. But forget that. Change that to an Epic Archer Striker or Archer Frenzy. I know, guys, probably you're not going to have all epic runes and glyphs and epics and legendary runes and glyphs, but don't worry about that. It's just, if you have commons, rares, or epics, they'll work just as well. So then I have a Cannon Striker glyph, Archer Frenzy, and then Arcane Striker for obvious reasons. The next one, I have a lot of Lightning Towers. So I have Trebuchet Striker, which increases Trebuchet in both modifiers, so both of those are satisfied. I have Lightning Striker, which again, super shot damage plus 17%. That does a ton of damage because their damage stacks every single extra lightning tower. So if you have, let's say, 3, that damage is basically multiplied. So consider that when you're putting only 1 lightning tower, you always want to have at least 2. Then, of course, I have Mystic Striker, Cannon Striker, and Trebuchet Striker. And this is because, obviously, I have those towers and I want to do maximum damage. The next two are definitely my hardest islands, and most people die at this island. And that's because I have Ice Tower level 31, Fire Turret level 31, as well as I have a Storm Tower. And basically, these towers are the highest level towers on my defense. And I'll explain the layout real quick. I have a Blue Mage to make sure that Seething Spark does not activate, because if you guys don't know, there's a glitch where if you use a Seething Spark as soon as you turn the corner, and if the Blue Mage is here, or basically here, it will actually activate if you do it really quickly. However, for some reason, if a Blue Mage tower is here, they cannot do that. So that negates, Kaiju or Quest from using that spell against you. As well as you have a Storm Tower which protects the Red Mage, which is obviously one of the most essential things to protect. And then, of course, we have the Archer and then the Ice Turret. Super shot wise, if you guys are trying to defend a base like this, you're going to want to use Storm Towers, Red Mage and Blue Mage, and then the other Blue Mage. This Cannon Tower is to break any type of explosive shield once this breaks, or this Blue Mage is to also prevent the attackers from using that spell as well. Of course, I have a trebuchet, basically to stun the opponent. If I have a smart defender or if two defenders, normally my team is pretty good about assigning, I'll get the first island, so they boost that, and then the second person will use their super shots on the next island. And if you're in a warring team, I would highly suggest doing that. In fact, I'm going to be doing a team series on where I'm going over some essentials on how to build an effective team, some tips, suggestions, stuff like that, as I've been an officer on a team for about a year now. So, runes for this, quite simple. Archer Frenzy, Cannon Striker, Archer Striker, Archer Striker. I mean, it's just, I'm trying to get as much damage as possible done within this small space. So, this is actually only for this region. For these towers right here, we got Mystic Striker, Trebuchet, Storm Striker, which is basically useless because Storm towers don't do that much damage, Archer Striker, and then Trebuchet Striker. So if you have this kind of overall setup, you're pretty much set, especially against, this island is really good against Nightshade, especially Amrock. If you use this against Amrock, I can almost guarantee you that he will not last it, as long as you have some pretty high level towers. So the final island, pretty self-explanatory, and this is a typical island: 3 lightning towers, a red mage, and a storm tower. So this red mage can be swapped out for a blue mage, just depending on what you see more. If Amrock comes, if you're like near the Amrock level, you'll probably want to switch this red mage with a blue mage, so he can't use his explosive shield. However, the lightning tower is obviously again stack damage, and if you look at my runes, Lightning Striker, Lightning Frenzy, Arcane Striker, Lightning Striker, Arcane Striker. If you guys are wondering why I have Arcane, it not only boosts the red mage, but also the lightning super shot damage and also their attack speed. So all of this basically increases the lightning tower's attack speed and also the damage by a ton, and also it multiplies. So either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed and this helps. If you guys want to see some other details about my base or a different type of base, if you guys would like me to bring back the series of most effective base against a certain dragon, definitely let me know. I maybe could do one with Tyrande or Snowdrop. I know Tyrande is getting to the point where a lot of people are using him. Not as much as Nightshade, I don't think, but Tyrande is definitely a relevant dragon now. And I feel like a lot of people are struggling to defend against him because a lot of people have a base set up to defend against Nightshade. But, Tyrande or Rudolph is a completely different dragon with a very unique skill set, I must say. Either way, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like down below. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We're over 70 subs now by the time this goes out. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.